This is a game that's all about clicking, and I am a world-class clicker. For every one of the next 100 days, we're gonna get clicks. 1 click equals 1 carrot, 1 tree, 1 rock, etc. Since we have a lot of stones, let's mine a few stones so we can build our first quarry. We can put that there. This is going to turn 1 single click here into 3 stones once an idiot carries them to here. That was the end of day 1 already, and there's some carrots sitting here that are easy pickup, but what we actually need is a farm because that's going to produce more carrots. In fact, we're going to need lots of farms, so we're going to build a few of those, but we also need a lumber thing. And we need lots of resources because they build towers. We get attacked every 4 days or so throughout these 100 days. So we've now got the pieces for our first lumber camp. We'll put that there. The enemies really only attack the main base or the tower, so I'm not really worried about other things. This might actually be a good setup here because enemies coming from this side have to go through that little gap right now. So as long as I keep these buildings charged up, 3 clicks will turn into 9 stones. Time for the day of the battle. Our resources aren't grand, but the enemies won't be grand themselves. Like here's a spider that we can one-shot. The day's battle is easily done. On to the next day, and we're going to continue to build more farms and resources. We build farms so we can build more quarries and lumber yards. Whoops, didn't mean to place that there, but that's fine. We got a few days until the next attack, so we're going to try and hoard resources. We already have enough actually for another quarry, so we'll put that there, even deeper in the stones. And now the resources and upgrades should start to pay for themselves thanks to our investments. Like a few more wood, we get another lumber camp. And a few more stones is probably the same for a quarry. And if you want to see what's further out on the map, we can just click around and it will reveal a little more. That can be useful. Right now it's not. We're going to be attacked today. I paused the game for a second because if we mine just a little bit of wood, we can build our first sniper or watchtower. I think we're going to install a sniper tower. I don't know which way the enemies are coming from, but those things hit really hard. So that spider just got nuked for 100 damage. We can take care of some of the spiders ourselves. And you know what? The defenses just naturally are up to keeping us safe. Wow, there's actually a lot more enemies than I thought coming in. Luckily, they're still all very weak. We used up our clicks for the day, so on to the next day. I do need a click factory. Turns 1 click into 5 clicks at the start of the next day when activated, so I'm probably going to need a few of these as well. Basically, more clicks equals more power, obviously, so I'm going to build a few of those as soon as I can. And click storage, actually, I need to keep up on these farms because carrots are life. Click storage will get us more, I think, maximum clicks per day. It's another attack day, so we're going to put a watchtower down that's also very strong. I guess I'm just mostly going to put it here. We're going to have more enemies coming in today, so I need to be careful. The watchtower is going to fire a lot quicker overall, so hopefully it's able to protect the castle. We can heal if we click. Like you can see, our main castle is losing a little bit of HP, so is our tower, but we can just heal it right back up. The main castle is the one we don't want to lose. Everything else is probably fine. My turrets have actually run out of ammo, the clicks essentially, so the king's going to have to go do all the dirty work for us. Gonna need a better balance of things, but we still didn't lose any towers, so we're actually fine. But I need to pay a little bit better attention to resources, clearly. Okay, since these towers don't really, I can't build anything around my main base, I'm gonna put some sniper towers further out for now, and then hopefully they're able to defend against the monsters when they do show up again. I can fit a watchtower over here, so that hopefully that can combine with a sniper tower to do some real damage. Okay, today's battle day, so we'll see what we have to deal with. I think these guys have to funnel through this little gap, so we should actually put some spikes in there. If they walk over spikes, they take damage, and that's just going to help us. And they have to walk through that little gap, so they get spiked real bad. I forgot to reload the towers again. So clearly what I'm going to need is a reloader. That's a guy that will go around and reload the towers for me. We got to keep him topped up, obviously, but he's a much more efficient way of keeping things going. So he's going to go there, and I think he can hit all my current towers, actually. I'm going to put a few more spikes in just because those were fairly effective at whatever they were hitting. And I'm going to add another click factory. We're essentially out of clicks for the day. But the rest I'm maybe just going to take a look out further to see if we got more resources or whatever. A bomb tower shoots bombs. I need one of those. Oh, there's also a thing to increase tower radius by 1. That would actually be big. Bomb tower takes 30 wood and 10 something we don't have. We're currently under attack by 23 wolves and 8 bears. So hopefully the spikes on one side will take care of them. We got to remember to keep the towers topped up for once. They're coming from the north this time as well. I think overall we're quite okay. The reloader did such nice work there, I hardly had to do a thing. I'm going to put another quarry in maybe down here. I don't really want to mine out that defensive area too much. But you can never have too many quarries, and we're going to put another lumber camp up here to finish off some of that wood. We got a few days before the next attack, not a ton of time, but if we utilize our resources well, that can turn into plenty of towers. Oh, I'm also going to put down a barracks. That can let an idiot out that can actually fight for himself. We're going to put that right there where it's close to our main important tower. These guys aren't harvesting wood anymore. Oh, okay, so we'll take the partial refunds. So I'm going to need a lumber camp or 2 down below then for sure. And because I did get attacked from up top before, we're going to put a watchtower down there that can still hit the edge of that. They are going to start to mine out my little defensive area here soon, but that's okay. There's also a treasure chest here we're going to go ahead and bust open. That was full of all sorts of stuff. Maybe we need another barracks. Yeah, that probably can't hurt. We're going to put a barracks here. That way when they walk through the spikes, they got to fight whoever's in the barracks. They're going to continue working away today, so actually if I get only 7 rocks, I can put yet another tower in. I think I want to put a sniper tower maybe up top. That we can start hitting things up here before we even see them, because those sniper towers do a lot of damage. If we get lots of sniper towers, we could have like essentially a machine gun sniper tower. Idiots are already getting way too close to that. I'm going to put an outpost up there just to draw the snake's fire away, whatever those things are. That way that can tank the damage so our expensive sniper tower doesn't need to die. Then we'll check in on everyone else, and I think so far so good. Yeah, very good. With a little bit of our leftover stuff, there's one spawner up there. We're just going to take a look around and see there's lots of wood down there. Before the next day's even started, I refilled a lot of my stuff, and today's just a day for them to gather as many resources as they really want. We're going to increase the tower radius by 1, and we're going to harvest enemy bodies for essence. That's the purple material that I think I need for more upgrades. I'm going to throw a watchtower down over here as well. That way there's a sort of triple tower thing. If we get close to that spawner, we could actually, I could put a turret right beside it, but I think the turret's going to die fairly quickly. We could try clearing out some of these weeds to see if I can build closer with a bigger, that actually works. Alright, well, we're going to put one of those there, and that's just going to fire in a spawner for a couple rounds. And we're going to bulldoze some old unnecessary buildings. Now that I cleared a little bit more around this spawn, I'm going to put 2 of these out. That should hopefully destroy that thing by tomorrow. Maybe it won't actually. But that's fine because it's still pretty funny that it exists. Now, if I could start harvesting enemy corpses for things, we'll get a bomb tower soon too. I feel like I did lose a sniper tower somewhere here. Thought I had one more. Okay, it's the start of attack day. These guys have actually destroyed the spawner entirely, and they got kamikaze bombed. Looks like we're gonna have a whole bunch of different things coming in. Luckily the spikes will do a lot of damage. Ooh, okay, that thing took a lot of damage too. We're gonna need more sniper towers back, because I need to hit these things way out here instead. This is such a nice little defensive natural thing that I'm really, really happy we have it. So happy in fact that I'm gonna add more spikes. That way anything that has to come toward us, at least on the ground, gets really spiked up. I'm really happy my exploratory towers up here were able to destroy a spawner though. There's also somewhere diamonds in the ground. Should we need diamonds for something? Okay, I found 2 spawners over here. This is actually maybe going to be good because I think we can destroy both of these. Maybe we should just put a barracks in because I think those are just... Nope, that was a bad idea. To make up for that, I'm going to put a watchtower right here where it's hopefully going to destroy both of those. We're also going to look around a little bit, but I think the less spawners that exist, the less enemies we're going to fight. Okay, I'm going to place another sniper tower down here. That way it can still hit things as they get close to these towers that are pretty able to defend themselves. Today's another attack day. I was really hoping this tower would finish off this tower before anything crazy happened. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. But the eyeballs walked right past that for some reason. So we're actually going to just put a point back into that. The spikes seem to have done a lot of damage. This was a strangely easy round, except for all these eyes coming in, but I think we're going to be okay with these. The eyes took a really roundabout way to get to us for some reason. They seem to attack these up here, so those guys can stay up there and do nothing all day long. And by the time we're done over here, we should absolutely have destroyed that tower. And this is a nice little funnel point as well. Enemies have to go past this to get to me. Okay, we destroyed another spawner. Oh, we got 37 of those things. So that means we can build a market that can go anywhere. Now we can use that to trade, I think, 5 coins for 1 click. So if we need more clicks in any given round, we can add some on. Also, it seems we got plenty of wood. So let's put a little bit of spikes down where they might come in handy. We are starting to get tons of materials. These guys can still reach tons, so that's good. I'm going to actually add another lumber camp down here and a quarry probably also down here where we're going to refill some other things and maybe make another click factory. This is all getting to be a lot to keep track of. And then with the remaining clicks, I'm just going to get some more wood and we have enough for another tower of any variety we want except for bomb. Kind of forgot about the bomb tower, but we can actually afford one with just a little bit of wood. It fires quickly, 30 base damage. We can fit it here. Should anything cross the spikes, that would actually maybe be good. Yeah, we're going to put that there and see how this goes. Things are going to get spiked really bad, but then they're going to get bomb towered really hard if they get through the gap. Yeah, they're getting through, but they're getting wrecked pretty bad. Oh, the bomb tower just died. I didn't click to heal it fast enough. I think all the enemies came from one side though. That's why that was as bad as that was. They're still kind of getting in there. We also lost our barrack spawn. The spikes are starting to wear out, but we're okay. Okay, another bomb tower. Does our reloader reach that? The reloader doesn't reach the bomb tower. Wow, everyone's out of resources. They want so many of my precious clicks. Some of these guys are actually going to start running out of stuff to mine again, which is crazy considering how many resources are around for them. Shoots fire arrows that damage over time. I feel like that's actually going to be really good. Only takes 10 wood and 30 other resources. And we got lots of wood to spend right now. Damage over time, so we kind of want them to hit things further out. I don't know, we'll throw one up here and see how that works. Feel like I need more click factories too. I keep forgetting to fill these in, but we're also making more room everywhere we go. And the more clicks we have, the more everything we can do. We probably also need more click storage as well, so we're going to squeeze that in up here. I'm also going to put another reloader down here, and I'm going to manually cut some wood because we need a little bit of extra wood. Then we're going to put some kind of tower over here that could work with the reloader and the bomb tower. I feel like the bomb tower pairs nicely with a sniper tower. We just need one more wood. So sniper tower, I can just go there because he reaches way out to the darkness, where there's actually a spawner not too far. Sniper tower should be able to reach that fairly soon. Day 33, we're 1/3 of the way there. This isn't an attack day, so we could actually place some kind of tower here. Should we just rain fire on that thing for a minute? Yeah, that wasn't that expensive, so that's going to get damaged over time, which is all day today. And we'll take a look at what's around it. Oh yeah, I've got to reload this. Yeah, that thing's doing tons of damage. We're also going to put an outpost behind just to make sure that thing dies by tomorrow, then we should have less idiots to deal with overall. I feel like there might be another spawner somewhere in the area. Well, there's some more of that. I might actually just put a few little outposts or whatever out here just to kind of slow the enemies down to come from that way, because that side's obviously very exciting for the idiots. Okay, that spawner got destroyed, and we'll find out where the idiots are coming from. 45 clicks today. I feel like I still need more storage. We need more of my carrots, which I'm forgetting to harvest again. Okay, we got idiots coming from up top. These are thieves. They're here to steal my something. We're also getting attacked by ghosts up top, so we're just going to make sure that's got lots of help. Okay, there was lots coming from down below here. The ghosts here are destroying. Okay, that thing actually fended off those all by themselves. The enemies are taking a strange path to get here, but we just, I think, destroyed them all. Yeah, so far so good. The ghosts seem to phase in and out of reality. Like, I don't think we can hit them at all times, only when they're actually showing up. Ran out of clicks here, so we're going to sacrifice some coins to refill some much needed ammo. I think the thieves or the ghosts might come in here and actually like take resources out of buildings. That's why I suddenly need to refill all these when I didn't have to a minute ago. Anyways, that great war day is over. Now I got lots more clicks back, so I just need to continue cruising along. I do want to explore a little bit further out. There's another spawner that could probably eliminate fairly easily, depending on what's 2 spawners. Okay, when in doubt, we'll put a sniper tower in front of it. We've only got like a day and a half before we're gonna do, so we might have to demolish that in the end. But we'll see. There's another spawner. This one's in range of a fire tower, so we'll park a fire tower on its doorstep, and then we'll make sure everything's getting real hurt. Okay, today's a peaceful day. I just got to make sure most of my things are stocked up. Some of these quarries are going to be getting away from stones they can actually mine, but for now, as long as they're doing something, don't really care. Okay, these guys got absolutely wrecked up here. There's another spawner right there as well. I'm going to put a watchtower here because I have the resources left over, and I'm tempted to actually put a watchtower right there. That's probably going to get wrecked, but that's okay because that's going to start to harm the next spawners really badly. Probably going to demolish that sniper tower because I feel like it's going to get wrecked anyway, so you might as well get some resources out of it. And we're also getting attacked by trolls, big, scary, and strong. I feel like those turtles are going to be a problem. We're going to try and build some life back into that. Okay, there's turtles everywhere. Okay, I need to keep an eye on these towers and keep them going as much as I can. I think that's actually the only places we're being attacked from right now. I don't really maybe... Oh, actually, you know what? The fire tower is probably going to be good against turtles. I also kind of want to throw a bomb tower down somewhere right here that can attack both of those things fairly easily. I'm going to trade some of my coins that I have for more clicks. We have 47 clicks if we need them. Because the bomb tower will hopefully hit multiple idiots. I'm going to keep that alive as sort of a sacrifice, sort of. Okay, this is getting expensive quickly. Gonna keep things alive as best we can. We lost the tower up top because I wasn't paying attention to that. Wow, turtles are tough. I'm gonna do my best to keep that alive. Okay, we need to take out more of these spawners. Also, the trolls are getting kind of close to my base. Don't love that. So far, so good actually for most of this, believe it or not. The trolls are about dead. So the turtles are going to be a problem because they go into hiding for a sec. When they pop back out, only then are they vulnerable. We lost all of our towers here, but we didn't die. Okay, since there's a spawner up there that we should be able to fairly easily eliminate, I'm actually going to get rid of those because they're really only protecting against a single spawner. Then I'm going to put a fire tower right in range of that one and hopefully get a fire tower in range of that at some point. Found another spawner down there. Okay, I got this spawner up there destroyed, so I'm going to go ahead and bulldoze these guys because I don't think anything else can come from up there. I'm also just going to surround these guys with turrets to hopefully just destroy them in a hurry because then I don't have to deal with them. I don't know how strong turrets are by themselves, but we got 2 days to destroy that. Looks like we're going to absolutely wreck that. Now I'm just going to put some watchtowers down here to hopefully defend against whatever's coming up from down below. Maybe even a fire tower. Probably put those backwards, but that's fine. Because I'm pretty sure this guy's going to be dead by tomorrow. If not, he should die mostly coming into tomorrow. Got to remember to actually keep these topped up as well. But this surround thing is actually working really, really well. Then I can destroy those and get the resources back. So then let's see how badly I can beat this thing up by tomorrow. We're not going to kill it entirely, but we're going to kill it quite a bit. Then we're going to start the next day and we're going to have many less idiots to deal with. We're already getting the trolls coming in. The thieves actually didn't care about the turrets everywhere. So that's fine. We'll just keep these guys. The fire is actually going to be really good against the trolls. Because the trolls are very slow and they'll just slowly burn to death over time. And we are being attacked by down below. Didn't know there was a route down there for them to attack us. So those guys are pretty undefended. But that thing down there is dead. So I'm actually going to pause the day and destroy everything down there. I'm going to put a barracks right here to hopefully slow them down sort of in the fire. And also on the spikes. Don't know how well that's going to work. And failing that, we can also put another, some kind of tower down here. Not sure what that explosion sound was. That's kind of unnerving. Oh, they are coming from other sides again. I think I'm overdue for a sniper tower anyway. If I put that there, he can fire down on these guys here. But he's also going to reach a lot of people in a lot of places. Okay, day 41. We seem to have some color to the map. But we've destroyed a lot of things out there. I'm also now have a building called the warehouse. That means people can drop materials off here instead of walking all the way to the main base. So like up here, these guys are trying to farm wood, and instead of walking all the way down, they can just walk a few steps to that. So that's going to be tons of wood for us. And I clearly need to explore downwards a little bit because there's a spawner somewhere down here. And there it is. I'm also going to utilize all the trees and stuff up here. So those guys are going to farm us a bunch of resources up there. We'll re-energize these and we're moving on to the next day, and pretty soon I'm going to surround this spawner and destroy it as well. I couldn't get all 6 of them around, but we got 3 and we got several days to do it, so I think that's going to be okay. I'm going to do a little more exploring to see what kind of other stuff is hiding out here on us. Found another spawner over here, so I might as well start work on that as well. I realized I have over 60 clicks today, so I need to be sure that we're putting these into everything we need to be. To make sure that these guys are going to die, I'm actually going to put a fire tower here to help get rid of that one. This one should be dead by the end of the day, provided these things don't run out. Okay, this spawner died. This spawner is about to die, so then we can remove these resources and we should hopefully have less enemies to deal with. Then it's just a matter of trying to figure out where else those idiots are coming from and destroying their spawners before they get a chance. There's another one. I don't know if the spawners respawn, like once we kill them, if more just turn up or how that works. But so far the map is getting very big. Okay, day 44, we're getting attacked. Something spawned right here. There's a spawner hiding in the shadow. That would be why. I'm not sure what these things are. They look kind of dangerous, so we're going to try and repair the towers right here. Best we can. And I feel like these idiots sort of abandoned their position, so we can just go ahead and go that in behind them. We're going to repair the towers if we can. You know, I'm going to put a watchtower right in behind them anyway. That should hopefully destroy them. We're going to repair these towers and restock them, and I think that was the end of the battle today. It's that easy. Until I saw all of these. A bomb tower would be great here. I might have to settle for a fire tower because a bomb tower is going to be 30 wood, and I don't know if I can muster up that much wood. We can, but then it's going to be a little bit shy on other resources. But I'm going to put the bomb tower there because as they get close, we're going to try and repair that, but that does massive damage to all of them. And as we start the next day, we should get lots and lots of clicks that we can spend on refilling, repairing, and seeking out more of their portals. This portal spawner down here died, so we'll wait till another one pops up, but I feel like we're doing good on that. I feel like we're getting a lot of enemies dead. Pretty sure these guys came from somewhere over here. Yep, they sure did. There's 2 portals over here, but they are hopefully not going to last long enough to do any damage to us. Spawner 1 is already dead, and I'm going to destroy all of those, and then we'll see what other kind of towers we can put there. There's 2 towers up here. A fire tower would actually be great, and then we can just surround it with the rest of the towers, and these guys will be gone before you know it. Because that fire tower combined with the little turret's going to absolutely wreck that one, and then this one's going to be dead, and I'm pretty sure last round those are the only clusters of turrets or portals that actually attacked us. So that one's dead and they're both dead. Okay, day 47, we've got plenty of resources. They're still showing up from here. There was a spawner hiding there in the shadow. There's also a spawner down here somewhere clearly. Looking at these guys, they're fairly weak, so I'm going to put a bomb tower in behind as long as I can repair the one in front. The bomb tower should actually kill most of everything there fairly easily. I don't know what I'm repairing anymore, but the bomb tower is wrecking everything. Yeah, so that was an easy little way from easy little spawners. Okay, we're just getting mass waves of weak idiots this round, but there's a lot of them. As soon as I place these turrets down, those rats turned around to fight them. I'm not really that worried about the battle. I think if they get close to the sniper towers, maybe going to take some heat because sniper towers not suited for dealing with. Bomb towers are great at this. So I'm actually going to throw another bomb tower right there. We're going to have to keep a close eye on what's happening because we might lose some towers here for sure. We got to make sure they stay topped up. We're also losing clicks because we're not getting any coins to replace them with, so we're definitely taking some damage. But that wave's dead, that wave down here is dead. It's mostly just these guys, and I think we're going to be okay. These little guys use such little damage that it's actually kind of a joke. These guys are actually completely out of attack, so if somebody wants to do something about this at some point, that would be great. I don't really have any way to generate anything right now, so can we just high speed this into whatever's about to happen? Sort of running out of trees again. I keep mining all the resources in the area. The biggest problem is just not having enough. So I don't know if killing spawners is necessarily helping us that much. It might just be funneling enemies further away from the base, which kind of helps in a way. So I'm just going to continue off my strategy. It is day 49 currently. Tomorrow will be day 50, so there might be a special event. I got an achievement for hitting day whatever. We destroyed that spawner right as it started spawning things. And these guys, you know what, we're just gonna... Oh, there's another spawn over there now. Of course there is. Probably not that far away, but yep, there it is. Yeah, I really feel like every time we destroy a spawner, this spawns more spawners somewhere down here because the map is probably basically endless. Every time we destroy a spawner, it just pushes them a little bit further back. Gotta make sure to keep all of our towers topped up on HP. I also need a bomb tower somewhere like here because they keep piling up on the towers, and if the bomb tower hits them, they all get wrecked. I lost a single bomb tower that entire time. Day 50 done. I found what may be the jackpot of all of these things, then get a fire tower in there, so these guys are boned. In fact, I can get 2 fire towers in there, so they're just gonna go destroy these guys for the next few days. Well, I can destroy these spawners, and then the idiots get even further away. It's day 54, it's another attack day. There's clearly a spawner right there, and I'm gonna see if there's enemies coming from somewhere else. This is a cry guy. It's sad and it wants to kill me. This is an angel. Moves when you click. Does it like when I put spikes underneath it? I can just follow the whole line of idiots and put spikes under them, and they'll slowly stab themselves to death. I mean, I've got lots of weight. I can get away with that. It's not hurting them a ton. So the angels can't actually move until I click. So actually, if I put spikes under them, they just die. I should probably put a bomb tower or something over here to help these guys all survive. I kind of let these guys over here and don't help them. But you know what? I'm going to put a reloader back here to help all of these towers so that I don't have to manually do the work anymore. Then I'll probably take care of these guys. Yeah, it easily took care of them. These guys probably need a little bit of help. I'm just going to put another watchtower right there just because I can. I don't really want to think anymore at this point. Those little guys were quick. And they're actually getting a long ways in there and destroying some towers. Oh yeah, the angels move when I click. I forgot about that already. Okay, they're actually getting a long ways in there. But to be fair, I was mostly just trying to put spikes under the angels to see if I could get away with that. Which I could, and we won. And the very next day, I'm right back to bullying the portals. And then after starting the next day, I see we could actually fully take out that one, which would eliminate this whole end. But then I think the enemies are just going to endlessly spawn from this side as well. There is actually an edge to this map. But I think this wave's actually big enough that it's probably going to overrun us. I sort of stopped to take it seriously a minute ago, and we're going to pay for that. Although they took care of that pretty easily. We got 2 bomb towers over here, and bomb towers tend to be bad for these guys. Oh, I didn't realize we also had 40 coins, so we can also add 40 clicks again. Look at that bomb floating in midair, waiting to rain down death on all of these idiots. I think as long as we got... they're actually destroying that so quickly I can't even heal. They just get to it and destroy it in an instant. Apparently it's the end of the day, but I'm pretty sure there's still ghosts attacking us. I guess they don't count. I think I found another kind of fun strategy where if I go like that, like these guys can launch a few bombs, but just before he dies, I can actually destroy that and get some of the money back, and his bomb will still land and hurt them, and then I could do it again. And that actually works out quite well. I was destroying this portal when the next wave started. I got 2 more portals I could easily destroy. If I have them focusing on this bomb tower mostly, and also this tower, I think I can actually just sort of hold them off. Oh, I didn't even see them coming from somewhere down there. Yeah, whenever I destroy spawners, they just spawn more spawners somewhere else. So we might have actually just lost our castle. But we got to day 60. We killed 1,600 enemies. I'm a pretty simple guy. I see a game about roller coasters and I think to myself, I wonder if I can build one that'll break the game. I haven't even built anything and the people are pouring out of the park. But there's the problem, it's just a big grass field. People don't want nature, they want a roller coaster. Well, it seems like we have a lot of space to work with, so I imagine we can get a pretty big one in here. So pulling a pre-built out at random is about this big. Obviously, we've got lots of space to work with, so we can fit a whole bunch of these in, or build our own. And we've got so many types of coaster to choose from. But I kinda like the sound of this one. It's got hydraulic launch and accelerates faster than a racing car thanks to a hydraulic launch system and my tinkering. So it's just a matter of choosing our start point. Well, I think right here should work. We're so high up that the game barely wants to build this. That's wonderfully terrifying. We can even see the park entrance in the background. Now, normally when you start a roller coaster up in the air, you immediately drop. That's not going to be the case for us because we have these hydraulic launch options. Target speed, all the way up. Launch delay, 0. Acceleration, all the way up. I don't really know what track supports are, but that feels like the kind of safety feature we don't need here at this park. And I almost missed the catch car return speed. I don't know what that is, so we're going to put it at max. Now, we'll give it just a few lengths of that. That way we can understand what it actually does. Now, say you were going to jump on this ride, you'd be starting way up here in the sky and getting ready to launch before accelerating forward and diving off into nowhere. We are really high up because that thing still hasn't hit the ground. There it is. So we're off to a pretty good start. Now it's just a matter of trying to figure out how to utilize all this space and probably get people up here. But I'm pretty sure the more of these we have, the faster we're going to go, all the way up to 175 miles an hour, which is really fast. But we need to see if we can actually hit that speed before adding any more tracks. So it's going up and up and up. It hit 145 miles an hour, so we need more launch. Well, it turns out you can build this far before you find the edge of the park. So we're going to reel it back just a little bit, and then we're going to have a gentle turn to one side, and then we can go that way. Alright, so let's try and keep an eye on that speed and see how it handles this corner. So it's getting up there, it's at 175 miles an hour, it hit max speed. So it's going to take a gentle corner and then go that way. But I think immediately after the corner, we're free to go pretty much wherever we want, which is more or less going to be up. At least as much as we're allowed to conceivably go, which apparently is this far. But that's okay, because once we're going up there, we could probably just, head straight for the ground. And I do mean that in the most literal sense possible. All the way down. It's a mining game as well. We can go straight into the earth. We're going to have to test this thing again and again and again to see exactly what it's going to be like to go on. This part wouldn't be so bad because it's just a very fast acceleration. This part would be a little jarring and then we go up and we go way down for the biggest drop in human history. All the way to the core of the earth, and then we crash into a wall and die. So this all feels pretty good so far. Now we need to figure out what to do after the drop into the doom. Turns out it's a little bit hard to work underground, so what we're going to do is try and bring the track straight up as fast as we can. There we go. So 45 degrees up. Whoopsie doopsie, we're already breaking something. Okay, straight back up. We got to see how high we can get this bad boy. I want such a vigorous G-force that people's spines pop out. Okay, perfect. We hit daylight again. Let's give this a test and see if we can make it this far. We'll go ahead and maybe calm this down a little bit just to give people an ounce of relief. So our goal right now is simple. Make it down the drop of doom, then back up the other side without losing my spine. Alright, straight down into the hole, and we're going to have a pretty intense G out at the bottom, and right back up. Can we make it? That is really disorienting. Oh, we got some air time. That's got a lot of potential. Okay, the next test is auto launch, so we should be able to see it popping out any moment now. We'll try and get an idea of how high it goes. We do also have a cinematic camera. This is going to be fun. It's going to give us a much better view of what's going on. So down into the murder hole we go. I think we're on the way back up. Nope, that was that G out at the bottom. It's absolutely crushing people. And off into the moon. It actually falls right back down the track. Perfectly safe. People would absolutely survive. Great, since we still have a lot of momentum, we'll bring them up to about here before we start to even them out again. I would also like to point out we hit 270 miles an hour at the bottom of our drop, so that thing is fast. Even at the top, we're going 150 miles an hour. And you see, that's actually a problem because it's slower than our launcher will make us go. So these launchers are going to catch these idiots again and put them back up to speed. And we got some pre-made spirals or something. We might as well take advantage of a few of these. We'll give them just a few swirls to disorient them before dropping them straight back down into the core of the earth. And I don't know who's responsible for building this thing, but they're going to charge a lot of money. So there's another massive geo where they're going to be doing about 300 miles an hour, but now I'm curious if I can thread the needle and get them back to go through the circles. I might actually be able to get away with this. This is a horrible design. Pretty sure we might have a conflict of roller coasters there. But in the meantime, since we're on a good trajectory, we'll just let it go down like this for a little ways. Yeah, it's all mostly just a problem for the engineers. Straight to the bottom. The game is not loving what I've done. I'm not really sure how to proceed from here because I cannot at all see. Yep, this is a good sign. I've built 1% of my roller coaster and I already hit a roadblock. I'm not sure I managed to add a spiral to it, but on the way back up, they're going to get dizzy. So far, it doesn't actually look that bad, but we've got a new part of the track to test. So now we come to the top of the hill, come to a very abrupt stop. That's got to be good for the whiplash, where we launch ourselves this way at very high speed. By this point, you're probably passed out, so it doesn't really matter. But then you dive straight back into the earth, at which point you go straight back up, once again removing your spine from your body. And it actually still made it to the top of that. Then we go here and we loop back to our thing one more time just to really discombobulate people while spinning at very high speeds. And then I think we corkscrew the other way, so that should undo people's dizziness as they climb back to the top and enjoy a moment of relief before hurling to their death. So at the start of this small drop that goes all the way down there, they're going to pick up quite a bit of speed. They hit just about 250 miles an hour, which is obviously pretty quick, but I'm curious to see about the speed on the next drop. So if I'm reading that correctly, it only hit 230 miles an hour, but there wasn't a launcher before it. So I think that spiraling drop is probably the way to make it go fastest. I've also discovered a way to make really tight corkscrews on the way down. So there's a giant accelerator here, and then they're going to accelerate into these swirls that go down and down and down and down and down. By the bottom of that, I'm hoping we exceed well over 300 miles an hour. This thing's getting long. Even at ×5 speed, it takes forever to get to its current spot. I couldn't find it for a minute, and I realized it doesn't have the speed to make it up this twisty spot, so it just goes up and down in an endless loop of torment. I finally smoothed over the spot so now the coaster can actually make it to its launch again, at which point it's going to go down the spiral. So it's going into this at only 129 miles an hour. We will boost it up to 175, but I am curious to see how fast it goes by the time it hits the bottom of that, and that's swirling fast. That still managed to hit 250 miles an hour, which is really impressive. And I do like how the fear is basically buried the whole way long. I've been experimenting with a few things, and the fastest I've been able to make this roller coaster go has been about 270 miles an hour, which is pretty impressive. I'm going to try a few different things. 274 miles an hour so far is the best. So if you're curious as to what that looks like for the people on board, here it is, not sped up at all. We start going down and they're going to get dizzy. If they're not dead on this drop, they're going to wish they were dead by the time they're done. But now that we have a nice high-speed section done, it's time to actually bring the people to their roller coaster. And I'm not going to lie to you, I don't really know how to get people up here, so we'll figure it out. Well, this seems easy enough, we just got to elongate the shaft. And it actually looks like our aim is pretty good, so we just got to go that way. I've discovered the secret of staircases as well, so by the time we get there we should be close. Well, I'm not wrong, we were pretty close, we are also on the wrong side though. And you see, the thing is, by the time the people walk up 4,000 stairs, they're going to think, I'm just going to ride this no matter what it is, I don't even care. It's not the prettiest job, and you don't want to follow that staircase, but we made it all connected, so now people can more or less get here. Not entirely sure what happened there. Honestly, the path to the roller coaster might be scarier than the roller coaster itself. I finally added the entrance and the exit to the roller coaster, so people are starting to move into the park. My first victims. It tells me the coaster's untested, but I've got my test subjects about to jump on. There's no sense in me riding it, I'm not going to be the one enjoying it. We also need to try a little physics experiment, so for now I've routed the coaster in that direction, so now it will go down the hill at alarmingly high speed. And unfortunately in this instance, the people have walked past the entrance, but once they're back on there, it will go down and we'll get to find out what happens if the coaster goes beyond the end of the track into the people. And look at this enthusiastic individual, she's way ahead of the rest of them, she's pretty much running up there. My path seems to be working as well, so that makes me feel happy. She got all the way up here and turned around and said, you know what? No, I'm good. The same way most people are probably going to. Probably because the roller coaster isn't complete. I just gave my roller coaster the first test and it says this coaster is too extreme. And I couldn't agree more, and I'm very happy with that result. We've done something right so far. Maybe it's the name. Launched Hydraulic 1 sounds a little too scary. The jiggler sounds a little more childish and playful, that way it tricks people into getting on there, and then it jiggles their organs right out of their bodies. I've also found in the settings, tracked rides, friction controls. That was set to about 110 to start, we're going to turn that down to 0.3, that should increase our speed. I should have gotten into these option menus sooner, extended track limits, on. So now that we've taken the speed limits down a little bit, we can see how fast this thing can actually get going on its quickest spot. We did make it go faster, 281 miles an hour. Now that we've figured out our scientific methods for a roller coaster, it's time to work on something even safer. we can build our very own unguarded water slides. The ironically named body flume has a max drop angle of 70 degrees, which is as steep as I could find, which is what we're gonna build. And since these run entirely on gravity, we're obviously gonna have to start it very high up in the sky. So this is where it's going to start, and this is where it's going to start to drop. In case you're wondering what a 70-degree drop looks like, it's this. They are going to go rocketing down there in light speed, but at least they have some soft trees to land in. This one's actually super easy to build. We just build a big straight line and let them go. Then we gotta do a good hard turn at the bottom just to make sure they get maximum airtime on their way back up. I just hope they like it. We're gonna have to give this one a fitting name as well. I really honestly couldn't think of a better name than that. It's gonna be fun to test it out. Okay, this is great. We get to test this thing at night, but watch what happens. They jump onto the slide, they start going down, they quickly accelerate up the light speed, and then they get launched into the moon. Now it's obviously going to take a minute for me to find out where to put the pool for them to land in, but it's generally in that direction. Looks like they're hitting about max speed too. They're actually going 140 miles an hour as a person going down a water slide. Okay, we're hot in pursuit of a body. We need to know where they land. I think this is just a test dummy, but as soon as we see where it lands, we know where to put a pool. Got it. I'm thinking a flume pool is what they're technically supposed to land in. Okay, well this one technically is connected to another flume, but I think people should hit that one. Ah, I see the shadow of someone coming in now. Okay, we just gotta wait patiently. They'll land any moment now. And we missed. Okay, I've got a good feeling about this one. Do you see him? It's pretty high up there, so it gets pretty small. Okay, he's coming down, coming down. Come on, hit the pool. And got him. Imagine being one of these people walking up to the top and just knowing what awaits you. I'd still argue you're better off to go on one of these rides and walk all the way back down. So it looks like people are once again noping out of my ride. It's probably a little bit too extreme for them. Your ride is too scary. Your ride exceeds G-force limits. I've been told the limits are really just all in your mind, so I don't know what these people are complaining about. Because somehow this ride isn't that scary compared to the others. The people swirl around the loop, drop out, and fall all the way down into the pool. I think it's finally happening. People are finally using one of my rides. Oh, this gives me such a good idea. Let's watch them go. They're going to swirl and swirl and swirl. Out they go, and then they're going to drop right on through the murder hole, and then they're going to fall a long ways down. They're going to fall, and they're going to fall, and they're going to fall until they hit the pool, at which point they're actually perfectly fine. I don't know how this ride is safe or legal or not horrifying. Well, you know what we have to do now, don't you? We are going to make it rain people over our park. I just need like 1,000 of these and 1,000 of those and a whole bunch of these people. The changing rooms are really popular though, because the only ride here that people actually ride is a pool ride. So first things first, let's give the people lots of changing rooms. That way they can just show up, get changed, walk up the stairs, and then fall down the hole. Because this just looks like so much fun. They just get launched out of the hole and fall to their death. So I think the first thing I need to do is create my own custom flume that's kind of small and compact. That way we can fit a lot in a small area. So honestly, just like that, they'll get on right here, they'll go down a gentle slope, very slowly circling the drain, and then down they go, except up there. We'll call it the hole. It's simply described as a hole. Whatever we're doing it right, because people are loving this place. I've also discovered there's an easier way to build one of these. I don't have to build it one by one in the sky, I can just build a super flume here on the ground. So basically I just need to take this and scale it way up. So we just build a few sections in a row. I don't want a few people falling from the sky, I want the sky to be made out of falling people. It's only now that I'm realizing just how long this is going to take to finish. I've been clicking this for a minute and we're just going past my existing attractions now. But yeah, that seems about big enough. We just need to put this up into the sky 1,000 meters. I might have actually built it too big because now the game won't actually let me build it. So I might just have to give up and build it the hard way in the sky manually. I finally managed to get it to play ball, so now we just gotta build this way for a while. Now we have our platform in the sky, with which we can connect 10,000 flumes. The game is getting so broken trying to build this. I'm just trying to place the entrance and I've got to like re-coordinate with it because it doesn't know where to put this thing. So I may need to put this one further out if we're going to surround it with more like-minded swirly pools, but we have a lot of real estate to work with, so we're just going to have to feel this out. And we got to test these as we go to make sure that people are actually going to make it to the end. He just about runs out of speed before hitting another little speed boost, and we'll finish the end in a minute. I like how I'm also allowed to test this flume already, like it just goes off the edge. But to start, we can just make side-by-side swirlers. That puts two nice and close together. Look how slowly they go here. Oh, we might need more speed. I've made the necessary changes to actually get the people down the swirly holes, and we've also created quite a shape while doing it. So the ride goes like this. We simply cruise along nice and slowly, letting things lull you into a false sense of security. Why did this one stop? They're literally the same, yet one side is stopping. Luckily, I can just take this slider and turn it down a little. So let's try that again, this time with much less friction. We are going way faster up to this point. This is good. Oh, these people are going to get going quick. Then we're going to go down here, around the circle, into the hole. Then we're going to drop a long ways down. So we just need 10,000 more of that. I wanted to see what happens on our old slide, the launcher. Now that we turn friction down, we go up to like 160 miles an hour. And then they get super launched. But now I can't help myself. And we're going to go on just a little side quest to see if we can break the speed record. I think we're just about to break back out to the surface on this one because I want to launch people. You'd never suspect there was something so dangerous down below. But we now have one very swirly high-speed water slide. So to begin, let's just give it a test, and keep in mind this is at only 1 speed. This is not sped up at all. So I'd imagine this is going to break a new speed record because that's going to give me a seizure. We're still picking up speed underground. Eventually we'll flatten out and then we'll get launched into the sky. This is all uphill in this section, so he's going to keep getting launched. We can see the speed. It is picking up and up and up. He's currently at 120 miles an hour. There's 150 miles an hour. He's launched out into the sky. He is up to 210 miles an hour on a water slide. So if nothing else, we have accomplished a 210 mile per hour water slide so far. But back to our mega project. We need more holes. For now, we're going to use a lot of symmetry to make this work. Eventually, we'll just fill in whatever gaps we have with whatever we can. We have a lot of space to work with, so we're going to have to get creative. And you could definitely overlap these things quite a bit. The people might get interfered with, but that's sort of the least of people's problems, really. I've turned on testing for all the current tubes just so we can see where the bodies fall. So we have a better idea of where to put a pool, just so we're allowed to legally open this thing. It turns out I'm allowed to make a pool really as big as I want, so that's going to make it easy. We can just make an enormous pool, no problem. So I don't really feel like building a path all the way to the pond either, so we're going to bring the pond to the path. And there we go, the people are loving it already. They're jumping right in there. So it turns out we can just kind of turn off a lot of the laws of physics. So these can all intersect and basically land more or less in the same spot, because we can just force people to go through everything. It gets very confusing, but it works. So that made things a lot easier for me. Well, the game is starting to get pretty laggy, in particular around this area. But I did funnel over 200 individual water slides right into this pocket, so it's really going to be raining people as soon as we actually open this thing. Now a lot of these are yet untested, so we're going to have to start testing them as well. That will make them safe for opening. I obviously couldn't test them on the go because as you can see, the game gets very laggy very quickly. Even just manually clicking on 200 of these is a really tedious and annoying task. I know these are only crash test dummies so far, but I am very happy with the result of the people rain we've made so far. Kind of a shame we couldn't get rid of those pillars. It's wonderful. If you stick out your tongue, you can catch them as they fall. So let's see if these are safe enough to put real people on and let them drop. Okay, so it turns out a lot of these are safe enough. We've just got to manually click 200 times into green now. A few of these are deemed unsafe to open. I assume that's because some idiot took a bad bounce on the way down and probably didn't hit the pool. Okay, people have finally made it onto the platform. They're gonna do it. They've got a long ways to go before they actually get to their slide, but they're on their way, so it does work. Alright, the numbers are going up, and with all these fun rides here, we should attract even more guests to the park. There's not a lot of people making their way all the way to the top yet, probably because it's a long climb, but you still see lots of them falling like ants. It's very satisfying to watch. I'm just really happy the game let me do all this. And while there's not yet a ton of guests riding my water slides, at least we were able to create a water park that absolutely shouldn't exist. With this castle, I claim this island, which we're going to use to create disasters for people on other islands and generally just harass them. Our king looks so amused, he's facing right through the walls. So the first thing we need to build are 3 of these little houses. And then a farm that's going to provide us some food, and then a dock which is going to provide us a ship. We're going to put that somewhere here. Now, every one of those buildings on my island will roll a dice. The cottages can roll anything you see here. The castle can roll anything you see here. We need food to survive. The more buildings we have, the more food we need. So this would add 5 food, give us some wood, give us some building hammers. So I think we're actually going to keep that. We can re-roll the dice, but I'll take that. Now comes what should be the disaster phase. We didn't get any skulls, so we don't have any disasters, and we didn't dish any out, but we just need a good start. But food is very important, so we're going to build another farm here. I'm going to try and keep things fairly close to my castle, because if we get raided, the castle can actually fire arrows, I believe, at idiots attacking us. I'm also going to build a house. Obviously, this is going to cost more food every turn, but it's going to provide potentially lots of stone, lots of research, all sorts of fun things. We're going to tuck it in down here. And we can see in the upper left, we've got 0 attack power, but 6 defensive power. And that's going to be a factor, because we're going to start harassing the neighbors very soon and taking away their food supplies and just making their lives very miserable. But I feel like I've built enough for this turn. We're going to go ahead and roll into combat mode. I don't really have anyone to attack with, so we're going straight into harvest. That is a lot of food. We do get some building materials and some money. I think I'm going to re-roll this one because that's just not good enough for me. We need some better stuff out of there. We got a little bit of research and some coins. I'll take that. Time for the disaster phase, and it looks like there was no disasters at all. Everyone's being very well behaved so far. One thing I'm going to need is a barracks. That way we can create some soldiers for obvious reasons. Our church is pretty much the same thing for now. That's going to get us the books, which is research points. And I'm going to try and keep everything nice and tidy in the center. But we do now have a church, maybe one more farm, just so we can have lots of food production. I'm going to put them all in close together. The combat turn skipped over. No one's really interested in combat yet. There's a lot of food. So these disasters, if we get 1 skull, we get a robber, so we get to rob a neighbor island. If we get 2 skulls, we actually affect ourselves. So if we get so many skulls that lands on a left icon, that hurts us. If we get enough skulls that lands on a right icon, that hurts other people. We'll send them thunderstorms, tornadoes, the devil. So we need to play a little bit with luck. We do also need more stone than this, so we need something that can produce us more stone, which is maybe going to be the church. I'm also going to re-roll the house because that could also get me a lot of stone. Hopefully we don't get the wrong amount of skulls at the same time. I'm going to re-roll both of those, and we're stuck with whatever we get. Stone and wooden coins. Disaster phase is rolling around. So we stole wood from the Grey Peasant, Brown Peasant. Everyone's stealing wood from each other. Maybe we'll build a university right now. That sounds important. It's good to have an education. We're going to tuck that in right there. I also want to keep in mind I can build walls eventually that are going to protect us. But now with whatever research points we might have, we can potentially unlock new, better things. We're doing okay from food, so I'm going to add another one of these houses. We're going to throw that over here because that could potentially add stone. Stone is what we're lacking. 8 defense so far, so we're doing fine for defense. We're doing pretty bad for offense. The combat phase skipped over. No one's building soldiers yet, but it is pretty early for that. So we need stones and/or disasters. We got a disaster that would hit us. Got a little bit of food coming in, so we're going to try and re-roll for more disasters, but also potentially more stone. Both the blues could get us lots of stone, so we'll re-roll those. Stone for a barracks. Didn't get any. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, going again. Re-roll. We also need another skull, actually, otherwise we're about to get plagued. We got the stone, we got soldiers. We're gonna get plagued. Next, we're gonna get a storage building and also a sorcerer tower. Mostly because a sorcerer tower can land on a lot of skulls, and a lot of skulls are gonna mean a lot of disasters for our friends. So we'll build a storage over here, where it's hopefully gonna be left alone. Sorcerer tower is going to cost a little bit. We're getting further from the barracks by building these things. That can go here. Might also need more farms to support all this. Now that I look at it, might have been a little bit ahead. We're not going to do any attack turns. I know we got some soldiers over that, but that's okay. There's lots of food. There's lots of disasters. We could send a tornado to someone. So I'm actually not going to adjust that at all. We're going to get lots of food. We need food. If you don't have enough, your buildings get shut down. So let's just enjoy sending a tornado to someone. So we're sending a tornado there that's destroying really sort of the center of their base, and this guy gets one too. I should also be studying these guys a little more to see what they're doing strategy-wise. They're building lots of those houses. So I'm going to build one more farm and then one more of those fancy houses. That's going to help us get us extra stone. We currently, I think, have 4 soldiers, so I could send those to attack someone, but I think our soldiers would quickly be defeated unless there's something very vulnerable out there. I think we're just going to spin. We did send them a tornado, so I feel like we sent a message already. And I think if our soldiers are alive here, they will defend anyway, so we'll skip the whole attack turn straight to the harvest. That's a lot of skulls. We need more. There's lots of stone coming in, so let's trade you out. Let's trade you out. Let's trade you out. We're definitely going to need more skulls. I like all that stone, though. And the house. See, the risky thing is we could push into tornado, but then we could push plague for ourselves as well. or a revolt affects your island, removes 50% of my soldiers. Wouldn't actually be that bad, but we're here to take risks. Okay, we got one more skull. We're going to send tornadoes for the other guys. We got lots of stone, lots of building pieces. That's perfect. And we got enough food for now that we can survive. So let's watch the tornadoes go. We're going to win this battle just on tornadoes. So we're going to go take out a few of their buildings there, and these guys are going to lose a few expensive buildings also. Now we don't have the money for a barracks. That's okay. We're simply going to save up this round. A guard tower would be nice. I'm going to unlock the archery range, and we're going to save up for a guard tower. The archery range, we're going to slot in... We could actually remove those rocks. We're going to put it here. I think that's perfectly safe. We can remove these. I think we're using a resource to do this, but I'll take it. Time for the harvest. We got all sorts of things to roll. There's lots of food, not a lot of skulls, lots of coins. I think this is going to be okay, just like this. We could definitely stockpile resources, but now we're almost maxed out on food currently. They tried to lightning strike me, they missed. There was a lot of different things going on. And we can finally make our barracks. That's going to go right here. So now we can start rolling for soldiers. I can start to make stone walls as well. So we're going to start to do some of that here and there. That's just going to force the enemies to attack me from different ways. So to remove the stones, I need to use up one building thing, but it gives me more stones. But once we do that, I can't build any more walls. For the combat phase, it's tempting to try and like raid one of their farms, but I know their stuff will come pouring out of there right away if we do. They're getting very carried away with their walls. They're literally tucking it into the buildings, although that is outside their walls. This is the brown peasant though. He's got 12 defense. Orange peasant is going to be the easiest to attack. Or is this brown? Okay, this one up here is orange. I'm really tempted to drop my soldiers here. Yeah, let's try real quick. I'm going to drop the boat right here. That way the soldiers are going to come straight in, hopefully at a range of whatever they got. We got the strongest attack on the map so far, so if we could take this out, we'll get some resources. Apparently we got archers, but they can actually hit us from here. This thing's down to 2 HP. Get back in the boat and run. Get back. Okay, one of our archers is escaping. That archer is murdering everyone in the village. But we got away. Ooh, we got lots of soldiers. 5 soldiers. We got 1 curse, tons of wood, stone, money. I think I'm actually going to re-roll one of the woods. It would be nice if that would land on a little bit of food. But for now, we got plenty of food. I don't want to push that any further. For now, we got a single curse, so we're going to steal some food from people. Well, we're going to steal something from people. Disaster time. The orange peasant stole some food from me, but then we stole some stone from the brown peasant. Lightning strike missed. Lightning strikes have been happening everywhere. Look at the rituals thing. That's so mean. Send skulls per tower every turn to every opponent. So we could potentially just max them out and they get meteorited every single turn. For now, I'm going to take a guard tower, and we can't afford. It would be nice to get a fishing ship. But a guard tower shoots arrows at invaders. It's got a really big area, so if we put it there, it'll actually cover the entire island, basically. I was informed that would spread disease, potentially, so we're actually going to have to move that somewhere where it's not going to spread disease, potentially. If it goes there, that'll still protect most of the island. I'm up to 28 defense. No one's going to get me now. We also have quite a bit more soldiers than everyone. If there was another easy little target like that, we might be able to get on there and destroy them and get out again. Yeah, let's try it. Let's get in there real quick. Hopefully that's not in range. It's probably exactly in range of their thing, but that's fine. We'll get in there, break their thing down, and get away, like the raiders we are. And we'll take out some of their villagers along the way too, probably, but they just lost their farm, so their food production is down. The king came out for a battle, and the king is on our boat killing our men. We'll hopefully replace them with this mighty big roll. There's food, stone. We definitely want some different stuff. Let's reroll that for some skulls. Yeah, that's not bad overall. There's not a lot of soldiers. Let's just try the skulls. If we get a good skull roll, it'll mess with the enemies a lot. That's gonna burn us. I'd rather not burn a building on our island, so let's reroll a few things, hoping for just 1 skull or 3. Okay, we didn't get any. We're gonna burn a building on our island. That's karma. Which one's it gonna be? That was just a little house. That's easy. I never liked that guy anyway. We'll just go ahead and replace that. I'm also gonna build a wall, believe it or not, over here maybe. That's gonna take up extra stuff. Just because the archery tower doesn't really reach over there, so I feel like it's better to funnel the people to the archery tower. I have very few soldiers, but we're getting lots of defense, so we can't really do anything offensively here. Ooh, we got 5 right away. That's gonna put us up to... wait. What does 5 get us? Oh, we got 6. So we actually need to reroll more, hoping for some more skulls. So we're going to do that. We're just going to go all in, hoping for a big attack. Even if we don't get any skulls, we can lose half our soldiers. We'd only lose 1. I think. Depending on how that's rated. But we don't have a lot of soldiers, so actually, Losing half would not be that bad. Okay, I'm going to re-roll that one and maybe this one, because we're going to get a lot of other things anyway. That way we're likely to get one skull at best, which would hurt someone else. We got it. Tornado time again. These guys should have been smarter about building here. Yeah, we got one of their churches. That's going to hurt them pretty bad. We got one of their farms. We haven't been getting a lot of research points lately. We might need another church. I'm going to build a church out here. And also another farm maybe out here. Things are generally pretty safe out here simply because these might actually synergize if they're near other buildings also. But if they're out there, the guard tower will hopefully defeat them if they get any fun ideas. Speaking of which, maybe we should build one more of those somewhere over here. Just to properly ensure no one's going to mess with us for a while. So our defense is up to 38, well ahead of the neighbors. We also have a stronger army currently, which makes me worried we're spending our resources differently. The brown peasant still has the weakest defenses, and I think I see why. I think we can actually attack this. We're going to park a boat right there. We're just going to offload, destroy, get back on. We're going to take his food from him. That's how we're going to get food. We have 11 right now. If we manage to take down their building, I think we get a pretty good bunch. Or something. As we kill their people, we also get things. It might be random what we get from the villagers we kill. That very much depleted the brown peasants' army. Okay, so we got enough to light one of our buildings on fire. That's no good. So let's try re-rolling a few things here. Hopefully getting a little bit better rolls overall anyway. These are all pretty boring. There's some research. This one needs a re-roll. Just basic wood. We don't accept that. We need much bigger stuff. Okay, there's at least one more skull, so we can have a thunderstorm for someone. I'll give someone a thunderstorm. That's no problem at all. Plus, we get lots of resources, so we're getting all sorts of good stuff. Research points will help me get new stuff. We got the orange peasant with the thunderstorm. It didn't auto-show it, but it showed, yeah, there was lots of thunder going on. I don't know if we hit anything. Okay, we're getting it a fishing ship. Yields food for every adjacent fish, because we happen to have a lot of fish over here. So we can put this in... Oh, I see how it works. So we just gotta surround it by fish if we can. The fishier, the better. Okay, that boat's going there. That's gonna make us a lot of food. I'm gonna put a second one there just to be sure we have lots of food. If we unlock the lighthouse, it doubles the food produced by the fishing ships in range. That's actually really nice. They are pretty expensive to build. The brown peasant doesn't seem to have an army currently. So we might be able to slip in there and maybe attack this. Yeah, I think we'd probably take that out pretty quickly. I don't know what we got for soldiers on board. My ship should be here any second now, and they're going to get in there and destroy the farm. They shouldn't really have an army, but they're peasants. Maybe they do have an army. I don't really understand. Maybe those are simply for attackers. For the first time, we might not actually defeat their building, because I didn't understand how that worked. That's okay. We'll just keep sending disasters and fun things their way. Okay, we need more soldiers, more disasters. The rest of these are pretty good. We needed wood, coins. Yeah, that's fine. Let's re-roll these and see what happens. There's 5, so that puts us up to Thunderstorm. I'm perfectly fine with sending someone a Thunderstorm. After this, I am building another barracks though, so we can send out a lot more soldiers. Thunderstorms aren't doing it for us anymore. So the Grey Peasant got Thunderstormed, which I think is this one. I don't know if we hit anything with those. We don't see any burnt buildings, but it was awfully close. Okay, to build the lighthouse, we gotta clear a little bit of land, I think. Then I think we could tuck the lighthouse over... Nope, it still doesn't want to go there. Oh, the lighthouse has to be built slightly offshore, which actually works for us. Now those boats are going to give us lots of extra food. I will also take an additional reroll every turn. And what did I say? We're going to build a barracks. We can't afford a barracks because we built a lighthouse. Okay, so we're going to need more wood, and then I do want to build another archery range as well, so we need wood. Wood and wood. So we do have lots of stone and stuff, so we're going to build some more walls. I should have done this more efficiently the first time because that's going to eat up quite a bit just from a little stretch like that, but let's just can't do that. Okay, walls are more expensive than I thought. There's a reason people build them in such crazy fashion. We're gonna see if we could just build one to there for now. That's at least gonna funnel them through this gap, and we'll eventually add another tower somewhere there, so they've still gotta, they're gonna get wrecked. Oh, there's some movement over here. These guys are fighting now. That's perfect. They can fight each other and weaken each other. I'll sit here and watch. That seemed pretty wildly unsuccessful if you ask me. Okay, there's lots of soldiers. There's plenty of wood. We have enough skull to give someone a lightning strike. That's actually perfect just like that. I'm not going to mess with that. We don't need to risk it right now. Disaster turn. We lightning brown peasant. Brown peasant lightninged me. Doesn't look like it hit anything. The brown peasant I think was this one. Looks like no damage done. It might auto snap to them if we're hitting a building. I wonder if the lighthouse range is out here or in this circle. It's weird that there's 2 circles. And I wonder if they multiply. Like if you build another lighthouse, does it go times 2 times 2? These are the questions that keep me up at night. We're going to put a barracks down over here. Do we want another barracks? We could just flood them with soldiers, really. Yeah, let's just put a barracks way over here. I'm gonna squeeze a farm in somewhere here too. I feel like these are gonna start getting expensive, but that's why we're building lots of farms. So the attack phase ready. I'm not gonna attack anyone, but Orange is. Orange really likes these guys. Wow, everyone's attacking these guys. It's a 2-on-1. Let's see how they do against the walls as well. They're attacking their church. They're attacking their walls for some reason. That seems weird because that's right in range of the tower. But if they want to waste their mess doing that, they're welcome to it. Yeah, the fishing ships don't seem to yield any extra food. So I think the lighthouse is wrong. Look at all those soldiers though. Plus we get lots of research, lots of research. Okay, yeah, we're going to stick with that. That's perfectly fine by me. We get a lightning strike for someone. I feel like they're going to start to hit us with harder powers soon too though. So we're up to 10 soldiers this time. I think that's enough. We actually need to build a second one of these. I think it's 8 soldiers per boat. Maybe we want to build another sorcerer tower to hopefully get those skull points going up too. That's kind of risky. That could really backfire because if you get too many skull points, you meteor yourself. Like you can't just skyrocket your numbers. So the ships are going to be 4 soldiers and 4 archers each. We're going to send 16 units somewhere. The orange peasant is the weakest defense right now. Only 27 and only 3 soldiers. Can we actually, I don't, you know what, let's just attack one of there. I think we can get in there pretty quick, destroy that and get out. And we got so many units anyway, it should hopefully be defensible. Is anyone attacking me while this is happening? Nope, people don't want to mess with me. Their soldiers ran down to the beach over, oh, they're being attacked by another team anyway. So we're just going to get out and slaughter the rest of their army, and then we're going to make a clean getaway. And then it's time to harvest. There we go. We're already up to a thunderstorm for someone. Lots of soldiers, lots of food, lots of wood. Yeah, we're actually okay with that. Perfect. Disasters, though. We basically hit the lightning for the Grey Peasant. Oh, he's getting tornadoed. This guy's getting it hard. So is he. We almost got tornadoed ourselves there. I'm going to put another guard tower somewhere over here that could protect my fishing boats as well. I'm a little worried someone's going to attack those. They seem a little vulnerable out there. We're not going to put it there because it warned me that's a plague building if we do that. So we'll put it there. We got to clean up some of the rocks. There we go. That put our defense up to 67. No one's going to mess with us. As we're attacking, we still have 19. So, wait, do we pass the attack turn already? I think we forgot to pick to attack someone, so we'll let everyone else do the attacking. They're definitely got one of their buildings burned. They're trying to fend them off now, but their buildings are definitely in trouble. They're smoking a lot over here. Alright, that's a lot of skulls. What are we up to? Ooh, transforms one house into a sorcerer tower. So that basically forces them to get lots of skulls, which seems like it could actually backfire. It'd be nice to get a tidal wave. Maybe we can eke out 2 more skulls if we're careful. Let's roll 3 dice and we hopefully don't get too many skulls. We might meteor ourselves here. There, we got a tsunami. That's the best power we can send to someone else. A colossal wave sweeping tiles and buildings in its path affects all other islands. Plus we get a bunch of soldiers. So yes, I am ready for this. Go, tidal waves, go. I want to see mass destruction. Okay, here comes tidal wave number 1 coming in from this side. Okay, that didn't hit anything, but it does take away their island, which is curious. So we can land boats closer, and if they build too close to the edge, ooh, yeah, there we go. That was good. So these guys are getting weaker. Are you orange? You're brown. Yeah, brown peasant isn't doing so hot. Their defenses are pretty good though, but they have a lot of barracks, so I think they could produce a lot of soldiers. They can't send them anywhere though, because we tidal waved their stuff. Maybe I need another university. I'm going to put it way out there. That way we can get a little more research points. Food is getting a little bit low as well, but nice to put another fishing boat in a better spot. Now we need to decide who to attack. We gotta remember that if we lose resources ourselves, we'll be in trouble. But also if we could take out a building like their barracks, we are targeting both of their buildings. We get extra resources, I think, the harder the building it is to destroy. Any of my friends coming to help? Nope. Friends. They would be temporary friends. Okay, we're getting pretty wrecked up here, so we're losing our army and we're fleeing. We live to fight another day. Okay, we got some skulls, we got lots of replacement fighters. It'd be nice to get a few more skulls and or research out of there, so let's re-roll those 3. Though that is a lot of food. Can we, let's rethink this. We will re-roll those 2. We also needed wood. We don't have any wood on the board right now, which is sort of annoying. We did get another skull, so we're gonna tornado. Did get a little wood, research, food. Yep, that's perfect. If we can consistently tornado the others, that's just going to mean they need to constantly do something. Okay, we got one of their barracks with a tornado. That's huge. And we got one of their storages. And we got what we need for a fishing boat. So, is that good then if it's there? Nope, that means it's bad. I'm not really sure the lighthouse thing. So 8 food, 6 food, 8 food if it's there. Apparently 10 food if it's there, but I'm not allowed to do it there. So we'll just cram it in there for another 8 food. No, we're not even allowed to do that. 6 food it is down over there. Good enough. Ooh, we can increase our guard tower range and attack speed up 50%. That makes them so much stronger. Their range could probably almost hit other islands if we get close enough to them. Yeah, so all of our attack towers can guard the whole island. No one's going to mess with us. My army definitely is a little bit diminished, so we need to be careful who we choose to attack. I think I wouldn't mind taking out their boatyard for some reason, because those are always on the edge of the island. Oh, these guys are getting double attacked. This is good. This is why we have so many guard towers. They're not even focusing on us. We're just going to destroy their thing and leave. Not a scratch on us. Time for a harvest. These 3 boats get me 18 food. The 7 farms get me simply 7 food. There's also like more food up here. Like after this, there's more food than we know what to do with, so we might as well re-roll a few of these. That's not a lot for those, but I mean, we'll take that. That's fine. Because we're just going to build up our army here anyway. We'll see what disasters are coming our way though. Brown peasant lit a fire over there. Gray peasant tornadoed him. We might get tornadoed here too. Oh, they got tsunami'd. Hopefully we don't get tsunami'd. Oh, we are going to get tsunami. That hits every island. Hopefully it doesn't hit an important part of our island. Uh-oh. That took a barracks with it. That's okay. Barracks is irreplaceable. Okay, I'm going to throw down 1 more guard tower just to extra make sure no one's going to mess with us for a little while. That can go right there. And I realized that we got too many resources last time. Like we were wasting some of them. So I'm going to build another storage so we can hopefully hold more stuff. Then it's back to combat. We have 19 soldiers. Brown peasant has 52 soldiers. That's crazy. Or their attack power for whatever that's worth. So we're going to have to weaken brown before we like straight up attack them. I see they rebuilt their shipyards over here. Their whole place is getting a little smoky. So we're going to continue to bully them. Like everyone's doing. They're going to attack someone else, but that's okay because they're going to get, wow. They're going to get so much attack over here. Those guys sent 4 boats over. I like their style though. And that's going to help because we're going to destroy these for some easy resources. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Okay, what I'm seeing is we need more barrackses. They're still having a big fight over here, but their place is really getting messed up at this point. They're having trouble fighting everything off. So I'm really hoping we can send a nice attack onto them. Okay, this is good. So far, we're right at tidal wave right off the bat. Perfect. I'm not going to touch that because we don't want a meteor. If I get this tidal wave like 8 turns in a row, I think we devour their entire islands. The new limits are showing now. They're getting tornadoed and they're protected here. Their tidal wave is... We're going to be able to land boats there. They get double tidal waved. So that means we're going to get tidal waved as well. That's rough. But they most of everyone else gets double tidal waved. Tidal wave here, please. Destroy those boats. Nope. Second tidal wave? Nope. Uh-oh. My boats! My lighthouse! That one hurt. No, my king's just wandering around in the water now. This isn't good. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that and that. And we're gonna replace some boats because, yeah, that was expensive. I see the lighthouse multiplier was actually working. We actually lost one of our guard towers too, so that's gonna be a consideration moving forward. Guard towers are pretty expensive, so I definitely don't want to build them too close to the water's edge. Mine do have so much range though, I could put them pretty safely inland for now. We're gonna squeeze the barracks in. We're actually sort of running out of room here pretty quickly. We gotta clear some, then we're gonna throw a barracks down right there. That's gonna help get us extra soldiers. We're gonna need an extra dock and boat as well. Can't afford it yet. There's also a hospital I didn't realize you could unlock that really cheap. Protects neighbors of disease and whatever that one is. So I'm gonna unlock that, and that way we can place that somewhere. We can start putting things closer together. A cathedral, interesting. These all synergize. Windmill is good. Yields food per adjacent farm. That actually makes a lot of sense. I didn't realize that before, so I laid things out like an absolute moron. So we can't really get something there short of destroying something. You know what? That's okay. We're just going to keep on rolling just like we are. We don't need to build anything right now, I don't think. So we'll be happy to just move along. I think I could probably get to this building on the Grey Peasants if I start here. They'll plow through these buildings and I'm hoping someone else attacks. Yeah, they're going to. So they're going to get it from both sides here. Hopefully they focus on the other side. Looks like they're focusing on me, but we got a lot of archers so we can hit them from a long ways away. Yeah, we're going to tear through a bunch of their buildings in order to get to that one. Grey Peasant is looking weaker and weaker. Only 4 attack, 28 defense at this point. Okay, we decimated their fancy building. These guys are maybe actually going for their main building at this point. Yeah, if they don't repair that next turn, we're going for that because their main castle is losing HP fast. And then it's harvest time. So what do we got? Okay, let's re-roll some of our danger things. Just in case we get something tsunami? Not quite a tsunami, but transforms one house into a sorcerer tower and affects 2 other islands. I could try and make them meteor themselves. If I could get that a few turns in a row, like, won't they just tear that down? Yeah, let's try and see what happens. That might backfire on me if they just start putting sorcerer things towards me. So disaster turn. Brown peasant got one of those, and orange peasant got one of those. They also got tornadoed. We're getting tornadoed. We lost one of our shipyards. Shipyard has returned. I do want to try and unlock rituals, so we can send skulls per those sorcery houses every turn, so we can just make them meteor themselves to death. So we need a few more universities if we can squeeze them in here somewhere. We got to do some trimming on the trees. We had sort of a surplus of points built up anyway, so that goes there. Now we're going to get lots of research points. Let's see if we can make the enemies destroy themselves using sorcery towers. I can send my 3 boats, maybe. Do I want to go for that again? Yeah, I think I'm just going to straight up try and take them out. We're going to go there, there, and there. I think someone else might have the same idea. Did that work? Did I get all 3 of my boats? Yep. Yeah, everyone's got the same idea. These guys are so boned. We're the ones that actually have to fight, though. Not that we're going to fight very hard, but I think we're going to be the ones to take out their castle. So we should get the bonus for that. 170 HP left. I wonder if we'll fight the other armies while we're here. We actually might. Whatever the case, I think we're going to get the final hit or the most damage. Got him. Orange peasant defeated. Oh, sorry, gray peasant defeated. Orange peasant also is looking pretty weak. That sort of weakened everyone because we just sacrificed so many soldiers getting in there. Harvest time. What do we got? So that's a pretty good start. That's a lot of soldiers. That's a lot of food we don't need at all. So let's see if we can coax a few more skulls and research out. 3 rerolls is important. Okay, there's 1 skull. I'll settle for tornado. And money, research, soldiers. Yeah, I'll actually take that. Disaster turn. We got the devil thing on ours. We also got tornado pretty hard. Oh, meteor. Yeah, they're getting messed up. I already forgot what they broke on my island. Oh, they turned all of ours into, yeah, the devil things. Can I just destroy those, though? Am I not allowed to? Oh, I am allowed to. Yep. So... we just take 2 of those out, then we're back to 2 of the sorcerer towers, and I'm okay with that. Remembering what they were before, though, that might have been a guard tower. I think as long as I have this many guard towers, though, no one's gonna mess with me. No one's gonna dare to land here on this island. I'm even gonna put one out there as a joke. Be like, yeah, come and get this. Gonna build a shipyard over here. That way, if we get tidal waved, yeah, tidal waves are gonna start to hurt us as well. I didn't realize how far up the skull meter we already were. That's a little alarming. We're gonna have to start doing something with our soldiers. I'm gonna go for their windmill. I'm gonna land, did I click on the windmill? I'm gonna land the boats right here, so hopefully we can tear through the walls with the soldiers, take that windmill and leave. Those walls are stupid anyway. Get in there, everyone. Archers, get over that wall. Yeah, the archers can fire right over the wall. We can take out a lot of their soldiers too, I think. Hey, we already got that nice and easy, taking out some of their soldiers. Yeah, I'll take that. No one's gonna land on my island, they're way too scared. My archers are really actually destroying them from here. Archers are super strong. We did lose quite a bit of our troops, but so did Brown. Okay, skull-wise... Oh, we need just 1 more skull. So we need to get a little bit lucky here. We're going to try and reroll that into a skull. Otherwise, what happens? 50% of our resources go. Okay, we can reroll still. We're going to be okay. We got this skull, so we're tidal waving everyone again. I don't even care what else happens. I just want to tidal wave people. Hopefully this isn't a double tidal wave round. Come on, big one. Oh, they're getting so lucky with that. We only took out 1 of their... They're getting pretty boned by disasters. That was a good one. So I think I still actually need another shipyard to be able to sail the full number of my soldiers out. We're actually sort of running out of room to put things. I think I might be able to squeeze a barracks in here somewhere, because barracks aren't that big, or maybe archers are better. We've learned that archers are really good. Okay, we'll go back to the combat phase. We only have 30. Orange only has... Well, they're pretty defensed. Brown is losing their defense, though. I'm going to wait till we have more units to challenge them again. I think we'd lose too many and weaken ourselves. They sent units in, though. I actually should have done that. Well, they'll weaken each other this round, and then I can choose which one to attack. Probably... Well, they're both getting pretty weak, actually. What I need is a nice tidal wave bite right in there. So let's see what we can do to make that happen. Okay, we're definitely up quite a few. That would be the right amount of skulls if we could land on that. Or the wrong amount. I'm going to re-roll a few of these, hoping for a little bit of research as well. Re-roll. We definitely got the wrong amount of skulls, so we can't re-roll that. Once you have skulls, you can't take them away. I didn't know that. We're gonna meteor ourselves. I didn't know you can't re-roll skulls. I never tried until now. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's okay. We'll take a meteor. Our island is so packed. This is gonna be horrible. Please land, like, over here. Come on, luck. Actually, that's not so bad. Well, it is if you're a lighthouse keeper, but everyone else is fine. Lighthouses are super replaceable anyway. Don't really have any resources to build anything. I think I gotta go on the offensive here. I think these guys are weak, and I think they're gonna only get weaker from here. So let's actually see if we can take out that building. So we'll just land the boats right here, so they all pile up. We're sending in all 40 units, so they'll do some damage in a hurry. They're being attacked from the other side too. This is perfect. We are largely unobstructed over here. So oranges, whatever team this is, they're going to lose basically all of their units, and we're going to take out a very nice building. All right, well, they got really hurt. They're down to 8 attack power, so they can't really do much to anyone. We lost some units, but so did everyone. They're getting messed up. Okay, and right away to begin, we got the wrong amount. That's actually nice. It sucks to re-roll that, but we're going to. Okay, we got another 3, so transform one house into a sorcerer tower, affects 2 other islands. Tidal waves would be better, but at this point, we're going to settle for that. They're going to have to demolish buildings. That's hopefully going to affect strong buildings for them. Or if we can just get so many sorcerer towers, they're going to start meteoring themselves. So orange, which one is orange? So they got to change a building they didn't want. Looks like that one. I'm going to take a really big risk here. I don't have any resources to build anything with anyway, or we don't have any hammers. That's the problem. And I'm okay with that because we are going to choose to attack maybe their main building at this point. They don't really have a lot of defenses anymore. Okay, we're going to land just right here, 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 here. Wait, why is it only have 4 boats? Oh, I only needed 4 boats. Yeah, we're all attacking. Perfect. So we're going to finish off these guys. The archers come in handy because my front guys basically just tank all the damage. The archers fire right over top of them. So their castle is already losing HP. It's already lost 20%. And my soldiers are only getting closer. Then they start wailing on it with their swords. The best way to demolish a building is with swords and arrows. So this is going to work out just fine. 60 HP left. It's disabled. I think we'll get a pretty big boost to our something. Orange Peasant has a lot more units than us, but they can't attack our island. We got too many towers. There's our roll. What are we gonna do to these guys? Okay, we're gonna try and we're gonna re-roll those. We got lots of soldiers coming. We really don't need any more money. I don't even know what we do with money. Okay, we're up to, that's not good for us at all, so we are going to have to take a bit of a risk here and re-roll some other things, hoping for some skulls, but not too many. All we need is 1 skull. Come on, that's not it. Okay, we're going to re-roll one more time. You, and let's say you. I really don't want to plague myself. Okay, we got 1 skull. Perfect. They're getting more sorcerer towers on their island. We definitely don't have as many units as them, but we might as well send some out because they can't really respond to us. They just don't have the power to be able to do anything about it. I'm just going to land hopefully quite quickly and destroy their building there. I know we don't have a lot of units, but if we can just start taking out their buildings, whittle them down, we'll be in good shape. Archers over the walls, please. I think we'll get that fairly quickly, and hopefully they'll just, at least one of the boats looks like it's ready to leave. Yeah, we're just going to kill and run. Tornado is actually perfect for them. We definitely need lots of hammers. We clearly don't have the building that gives us hammers, but we're going to tornado them. So we're going to dismantle one of their farms, and that's it. I think I'm missing just these kinds of houses. That's why we're not getting any hammers. I'm going to attack them again. I'm just going to try and take out their farm. Then they're forced to replace that. We don't have a lot of units. We're only going to send 16 over, but it should only take 16 to take out a farm really quick. I don't think they have any attack towers anyway. Yeah, we already got it, so we could just take a bite out of them. If they feel brave, they can come attack me, but they're not gonna. Not a lot of skulls going on here. We gotta start taking risks. We want big dramatic plays. There we go. There's another 4, so we'll give them a thunderstorm. They're on a pretty tight island at this point, so that might be fun. So we thunderstormed them. Not sure. Ooh, that looks like it hit some buildings in the center, so they're getting beat up. But so are we in many, many ways. Can we fit? Yeah, we're gonna put a barracks in here. We're gonna put a barracks in somewhere else if we can. Somewhere that's not super plagueable would be nice. Alright, then let's roll. Let's hopefully get a lot of soldiers that we can build some more boatyards next turn. Because we have 13 attack power. Orange is 126. So, oh, they're coming to us. They finally decided to give it a try. Are they going to succeed? We got lots of attack towers. Okay, this is going to be... Wow, they really saved up their attack power. They might have us here. I don't know how good our towers actually are because we haven't tried to use them yet. Oh, they're going straight for a big building. Oh, they're smarter than they look. Yeah, they're actually going to destroy us here. I thought our towers would do better than this. I think they're going to destroy us. Yep, they sure are. We got a lot of theirs, but they were able to overwhelm it. More walls would have been the key. You know, for how expensive those attack towers are, you'd think they would have been a little better. This seems really simple so far, but I have a feeling it's going to get worse. Create widget. I've already screwed it up. You have to touch it multiple times to create a widget. So by touching this thing enough times, we can turn iron ingots into basic widgets, but we need iron for that. Which means we need to go to the enormous map where we can get some iron, which is probably that stuff. Iron smelter, forges raw iron into iron ingots, go. Okay, it looks like before we do the smelting part, we need to actually mine it with an iron mine. Iron ore can be harvested anywhere on the map, you don't need to worry about placement right now. Sounds good to me, let's just throw it right there. Now to actually mine the iron, we've got to click the buttons again and again and again. Luckily this is the most interesting thing I've done today. And we can purchase auto miners that can mine 1 iron ore every 6 seconds. That costs ingots and widgets, so we'll be able to make those soon. Now we take that ore we just mined and click on this a bunch and it drops it into the smelter, which holds up to 20, so we'll go ahead and smelt that down. While we're waiting, we can do something with our tech tree. So there's lots of different things we can take. It wants us to take Furnace Optimizer. I would much rather take Efficient Extraction. Increases iron mining speed by 40%. Can I take that? Can I also take this? There's also Tier 1 Mastery. Doubles the number of Tier 1 items crafted by hand. So I guess we're working on those. Oh, I see. You need to fulfill their needs at the bottom, which is iron ingots and basic widgets. So we've got to get busy. So back to loading the smelter, back to smelting the iron. I think we might have put a lot of that into our items already. That's why we don't have any left. I'm also going to click on you know what, we're just going to click on all of those and eventually we'll fulfill all of our requests. Before you know it, we'll have an iron empire and then everything else will come easy after that. Every once in a while we're going to come back here and load this smelter. And we're also going to get a few of these. This automatically loads the iron ore into the furnace every 3 seconds. That just takes some iron ingots, so those won't take that long to build. So it looks like the iron ingots I've been making have been placing themselves into the right places. So for now, we just got to keep making those. If I get to double the amount of basic items created, that's going to increase our production a lot. The automated production will help even more, just because I don't have to do it at that point. Of course, currently, as soon as I make the iron bars, they get eaten up right away instead of turned into widgets, but I'm okay with that for now. So at least on the tech tree now, all of the iron bars in the spots I wanted are filled. And the ones in here are also getting filled, so we'll just smelt a little bit more of that, and pretty soon this will all be automated. We'll finally have surplus iron bars to smelt into widgets again. And luckily we can smelt 20 at a time, so that obviously helps. But even the pieces in here are starting to fill with iron ingots. That actually works, so now these guys will go automatically. So actually let's put the rest of these, because they'll basically make themselves at some point. I got a little excited there from the progress. I started smelting on 2, when I should probably wait for 20. But now every time that counts down, these guys will start to get finished. Alright, with this smelting, we've got all of these completed, so now it's working overtime to get the iron into the smelter. Then we'll do a few more. We've got 21 iron ingots currently, so that means we can finally get back to actually creating the widgets. Was supposed to do this quite a while ago, but I wanted to set myself up first. And so far, my widgets went into efficient extraction, so all 26 of them got eaten up, so we still got some manual work to do. This next round of manual labor has left us with what should be 80 iron bars, which is going to turn into 80 widgets, which should get a lot of stuff. We've also unlocked the efficient extraction. I'm also going to craft an auto crafter for this. This will create 1 basic widget every 6 seconds. That's not expensive to build. It's lowest on the priority list right now. We're building everything else first. While I'm at it, I'm just going to select all of these because before long this will all be an automated process, so this stuff will all build itself. So far, the only thing we've actually unlocked is efficient extraction, so that our mining speed's up by 40%, which does help, but we're still working towards Tier 1 Mastery, which will be good. It's a good investment. It's just really expensive. And as an appreciation of our hard work, we basically have a plaque sitting here telling us what we've built. Or maybe that just means we can now build it? Okay, looks like we've unlocked the ability to build it, so we still actually have to build it. That's fine. The automated processes in this are much slower than me doing it manually anyway, so I would be doing this either way. Turns out you can hold a maximum of 100 at a time, so we've got to go back to smelting. It'd be right about now that our Tier 1 Mastery is done, so now we're creating 2 widgets. We should be creating 2 of everything instead of 1, so that's a huge increase. So as we go now, yeah, we're creating more and more things, so now these guys are all getting complete and everything else will be as well. Oh, my miners are automatically mining now. We've even completed these guys, and as we're going, these are creating 2 iron each. Once we get some more widgets too, it's going to be great for efficient extraction. We got 100 iron really quickly. Now these guys are loading that iron ore into the smelter. If I have only that stuff, it will start itself automatically, so I don't have to manually touch this. I can see this getting really addictive, just trying to upgrade everything. Like we're maxed out on iron constantly now because we're such efficient miners. And this thing got built, so now it's automatically going to smelt itself when it hits 20 iron, which should be fairly routinely. Next we're going to do Superheated Crucible, increases smelting speed by 100%. We basically already have what we need to build that. So we just go ahead and click that on, and we just need some iron ingots, and those are on the way right here. So we're officially fully automated. That is much, much quicker. And to unlock tier 2 technology, we need 864 basic widgets, but we'll have that shortly. We're going to get rapid assembly so we can increase our basic widget crafting speed by 50% and also increases basic widget productivity by 15%. So that makes a 15% chance to craft an additional widget. Rapid assembly already got complete. We just need to build it, and that really only should take a moment. We need more smelting. I need these little furnaces to work faster, so we might need to unlock better technology. But there was a bunch of iron that turned into widgets, which got loaded into one of my technologies. There we go, more efficient widgets. We're creating 2, sometimes 3. I feel like I should create one more of everything though, like basically double our production assembly here. Maybe even a widget factory. So when we get the right enough pieces for those, we'll have double production. So the new iron mine has been created. We'll just select a bit of everything there. It will go after these things are created because I think they're prioritized in the order I set them down. And since this factory isn't automatic yet, we'll go ahead and touch all this anyway to really get extra iron going. We're burning through it at a rapid pace now. My other smelter is already over here, so we'll get all of its pieces too, so it will be working automatically as well soon. For now, we'll use it to smelt our abundance of ore. The second mine is coming online. Some of the auto miners have already started. The second smelter is fully at capacity and upgraded. My widget creator is the last thing that needs some upgrades. And that's not going to take long at all at the rate we're producing. And then we'll have lots of widgets on the go so we can finally unlock new technologies at level 2. 864 widgets to go. But that shouldn't take long, so we'll go and get a coffee while we wait. I've been informed that we've reached tier 2 in 38 minutes and 1 second. So now we can make new frames like a sand pit, a glass kiln, gyroscope fabricator, and a widget spinner. So I feel like the first thing we're going to need is going to be a sand pit, so let's put that right on the sand and see how this works. So we touch the button, those little things shake in, harvest us sand. If we want auto miners, we simply click those, and we have the resources saved up to absolutely make these. Harvesting sand is a slow process though. Oh, for the rest of these we need spinning widgets. I'm pretty sure those are going to involve glass. So we need a glass kiln. We're going to put that over grass. Melts down pure sand into clear glass. Okay, so we'll go ahead and touch things until it works. Too cold. Okay, I finally touched a button and that worked. I don't know what happened earlier. Spinning widgets are going to be necessary for just about everything, so it's going to be a slow process for now. So a gyroscope fabricator will combine basic widgets and delicate glass frame into precision gyroscopes. So that's going to be the next step we need. We got 1 glass, sand, and lots of widgets, so okay, we can go ahead and spin that into place. The first upgrade for these is always quite quick because it doesn't take anything fancy. We're going to need the widget spinner. This is what's going to be, we'll put that there. We need more basic widgets, believe it or not, but that's going to allow us to get further automated upgrades. And I'm going through this looking for any of the cheaper upgrades. They all really seem to take the spinning widgets, so we're going to have to work hard to make those now. I see, we need to touch a temperature gauge on the thing to be able to smelt the glass, so we got to get it nice and hot, then let it go, and then it does it quick. This is good though, because this can really load us up in the glass, and I feel like we're going to need a lot of that. Then we'll do the gyroscope things, so that'll combine our basic things, so we're slowly building up the more important improved spinners. And our new building is done, so we need to do something here. It is out of phase. Okay, so we got to line it up when it goes to there, and we get one. It's a timing game. I'm also going to do the auto thing for this so they can make them themselves. We got some other things to use first with our spinners though. So we're going to fill up everything else first, and then this one will eventually be automated also. Apparently I've only now created 1,000 items by hand. It feels like we hit that milestone a while ago, but that's what happens when you're having fun. And the auto thing for this is already done. That's fantastic. Now we just sit back and wait and watch the resources pour in. The sand mine is going crazy, so we'll have lots of that. Speaking of which, I'm going to make a second sand mine, and that should create itself fairly quickly. Same with the second glass thing, I think we're probably smart to build just about 2 of everything we can. For the glass, we're going to build more of these 2 so it can actually go by itself. And we're going to go across all of our buildings currently and do the auto crafter thing, so they'll build as soon as they have the resources for themselves. Everything is automated. My newest things are just a little slow. I think the biggest bottleneck is creating these right now, so I'm going to manually do these. And the more I get correct in a row, the faster this thing goes, so we can actually produce these very quickly. I'm also going to unlock the kiln governor. This automatically adjusts the kiln's temperature. It's not very expensive, and that way I don't have to constantly go in to build it. My sand storage got full, so we are not smelting the glass fast enough. We quickly made about 70 glass. Now we are doing this to turn that glass into gyroscopes. We got 30 of those, so let's go back to the widget spinners. Okay, we finally got some of our buildings complete, so now we're doing the upgrades for the buildings themselves. This should have been actually done first, but now they're rolling. That's why we're collecting glass all by yourself. Progress is moving up. We're even starting to get the automation for this thing. And once this thing gets going in capacity, then we'll really be soaring with our resources. So now we'll basically auto-produce everything we need for a while, so I can sit back and relax again. The next upgrade is going to be the warehouse. It expands item storage capacity. We're basically at capacity for a few of these. It'd be nice to have more of a stockpile. And then automatically adjusting the kiln's temperature. That's not that hard to build. We were quickly putting the glass in for that. And after that, it won't really matter what order we do these in. Glass is still the biggest slowdown we have. I need to get here and adjust the temperature constantly and help it along. The kiln governor is complete. At least the research for it is, so now we actually have to make it. Shouldn't take long. But in saying that, I've actually got to remove a few of these other ones because they're only going to get in the way for now. Okay, the kiln governor has been done, so the glasses are going to warm themselves up. This one once it's done, but that should only take a second. Done. Now I can put the other research back on. I'm also going to put another widget spinner factory down. That took a lot of our basic widgets so that we're still producing at a rapid rate. But we'll need a lot of these anyway. Doubles the number of tier 2 items. I didn't even see we could unlock that. I should have done that first. But when we get another 74 spinning widgets, our production of all of these will be doubled. Mechanized shovels has been done, so we're harvesting sand even faster. Not that that needed any help. And next I think is going to be this building. So another 22 spinning widgets and that'll be done. Then we'll upgrade it. Oh, I guess I need to actually upgrade this thing too while I'm at it. I keep forgetting I actually have to touch buttons. A minute later, the upgrades are done, so this is producing widget spinners faster than ever before. So now the only building left to upgrade right now, at least until we build more, is the other widget spinner factory. But I'm actually running out of basic widgets at this point, so we need to be making these faster. Even though we're making 4 of them at a time now, I think because of our upgraded abilities. We can also increase our tier 1 abilities now too. Increases productivity by 40% when placed on rocks, so we can mine more iron placed on rocks. The furnace loading speed can go up 150%. Increases smelting speed by 25% for each adjacent smelter, so we need smelters beside each other. Increases productivity by 40% if placed adjacent to exactly one other widget factory. Exactly one other widget factory, so that's actually a good one. Because these two are side by side. So we can get a lot more iron if we place it on rocks, which is these guys. Then we just build the auto miners and away they go. They'll produce tons of iron for us now, which will turn into more widgets. And since we're obviously going to need a lot of those, let's put exactly 2 widget things side by side over here. And another iron mine simply on the rocks. I'm not really sure what's supposed to be touching each other or not at this point, so we'll just guesstimate for now. The quantities are slowly catching up. Pretty soon we'll have the second widget factory up and going, rather the 4th, but it's a pair, so these will both get a boost from each other. So now we're getting a ton of iron, we just need to be able to smelt it a little bit quicker. So if the smelters are side by side, they get to go 25% quicker. So we definitely need a better layout than what we've got. Pretty sure dirt down here isn't really going to do much of anything, so we'll put 4 smelters down here, and they will all work off each other very quickly. Didn't mean to put this one over here. These have a placement bonus at 25%. These should get 75%, which will be stupidly quick. We're also just waiting on spinning widgets right now to be able to finish the smelting, the widget bonus from the beginning. Adjusting the supply line like this means we can't make the widget spinners right now. The resources don't make it to this level. They're getting dispersed down here. But this will be worth it. It's funny because these guys get the bonus without the other ones even being complete. So you could definitely exploit that if you really wanted to. So now I can basically just swap between these buildings. I can do them in a bit of a circle. Once they're full, hit the button and start the next one going. And then start the next one going and go in circles. Now we're smelting that iron as fast as we can mine it, so we're going to do 1 more iron mine even. I got an achievement for unlocking a bonus on 10 different frames because I put things in a semi-intelligent way. Now that all the basics are further upgraded, we can get back to making the more advanced stuff. I'm going to buy Deconstruct too, because that's going to lead us to frame relocation. That means I can move things without penalty. That's actually a big one too. Then we're going to start on the tier 3 stuff, because I have too many materials anyway. We can't store anymore, so we're going to put them to work. But that also means I could move these down over here if I want to, apparently without any cost. And now this guy's going to get 125% bonus, and these guys don't get hurt at all. Although we can put these onto the rocks and they'll get a bonus now. Still got a lot of map tiles to cover, but I'm glad I got the relocate going. We've already got basically a quarter of what we need for the spinning widgets. I think another bottleneck is making the sunshine gyroscope, so I'm actually going to make another gyroscope factory. In fact, I'm going to make 2 of them because I don't have time to wait. I'm maybe also going to make a few more glass factories over here as well, because we're getting sand quite quickly. We can make more sand factories as well. You can never have too much of anything. This whole time, I didn't realize I could have been queuing sand 50% faster as well. I don't think we've had a shortage of sand, but we'll have lots of sand now. As coarse and irritating as it is, you can never have too much. And since we're short on glass somehow right now, I'm going to supercharge this process because we don't have time to wait. Now we're back on track, making the spinning widgets, just at a higher pace than before, so we should have the 960 we need very soon. I didn't realize I probably should have built a warehouse by now. I forgot that you actually have to build the things once you unlock them. Plus 10 storage for all items, that's not a great deal. Can we get more? Okay, it's plus 10 for all, plus 100 for tier 1, plus 100 for tier 2, so that's a little better. So if we build a few of these, hopefully our limits go way up. Our numbers at the top are looking better though. We consistently have most things except for the spinning widgets. Those get eaten up immediately. But the other things we need lots of. That means we're balanced. Something tells me I'm going to need more chests, so I'm just going to build another 3 of those as soon as I can. I should really click around a lot more because I actually have this menu that shows me what I'm producing per second, and we get a better idea of where the bottlenecks are. But we'll see what we need next and really ramp up production if we have to. Like, we're consuming the iron basically as fast as we're producing it, and there's a lot of different things, but we'll assess that when we need to. I didn't realize how expensive these got. It might be more expensive the more you build, because this took 82 spinning widgets, which is a lot. But now we can finally get back to the tier 3 technology, which will be done momentarily. And it's done. That unlocked a lot of different green things. We're maybe actually going to start down at the bottom. No, we are not. Core drilling. Iron mining would go up, but we need power, so we need to build our new buildings first. Now, I'm assuming they work from left to right like most of them do, so oil field. Pump oil up deep from within the earth. 54 spinning widgets and 42 glass. Some nice grassland, I think, could maybe do well for that. We're going to suck all the oil out of the grassland. I don't know if we want to go into... Yeah, don't go into the red zone. Got it. The first automated upgrade is free. We already have one, so we'll be pumping oil quickly. So we're going to build 3 of those to make sure we have lots of that going to begin with. We need capacitor widgets, so we're not going to do that. We're going to try and do this smart this time. We're going to build an oil power plant. Burns raw oil to generate electrical power. Very healthy. We should be able to afford the first automatic doodad. Burn oil, yes? How do we burn oil? Oh, we actually have to physically pull it down. That's actually kind of fun. So the next step would be battery assembler. That takes 68 spinning widgets and 73 glass. Luckily our factory has easily produced that while we've been waiting. So I'll buy the first automatic thing. Energize battery. Yeah, positive, negative, positive, negative. And then we get a capacitor bank, merges spinning widget technology with portable power storage, creating capacitor widgets. We'll put that down there. That's already built because we're smart this time. We're gonna buy the first... We can't afford the first auto worker yet. So we'll put that down, and as soon as we can, we will. And then we just gotta figure out how to work this. So I don't really know what I'm doing. I think I gotta match the level. No? Don't match the level? Okay, it looks like I need to match the green line levels. Luckily, once you do this once, it really kind of goes. So that will be 8 plus 4 plus 2 probably. Yep, okay. Since this is confusing and tedious, we're definitely going to upgrade this first so this thing works by itself. I am not going to be responsible for this. Okay, I've got it figured out. It's really not as bad as I thought it was. Basically, you just add up. So 8, that's probably a plus 4. Nope, it's a plus 2 then. Plus 2 plus 1. This is 8 plus 8. 8 plus the rest of them, that is. This will be 1 less than that, so probably there. Well, I've got all of these automatically going now, so that feels good. We're automatically producing capacitor banks, so now we can probably work in reverse order and upgrade everything. Especially once I upgrade my oil well, then we're going to do the same for the next step in the process. And the next step after that, and then once all this stuff is producing efficiently, we'll double the buildings and keep on working. We're getting all sorts of bottlenecks all throughout our system, so we're going to have to help it somewhere, probably this building. Gotta make sure we got lots of power so it can turn into green stuff, so that can turn into red stuff. So I got my oil field all automated. One thing I do want to do is try and get an upgrade so this balances itself, because I came back here and this dropped way low and I forgot about it, so that really hurt us for 5 minutes. So this only takes 8 battery and 11 capacitor widgets. That's going to automatically maintain the pressure, and we're going to increase oil pump speed by more. Also, this only needs a few more capacitor widgets to finish, and then the second building in the process is automated. So we're going to push that through, but then I'm going to change up my upgrade pattern. Luckily, my first two buildings are pretty good right now, so I can really make the third building do a thing and wind down those resources for a second, and they'll get upgraded into more useful things, so we get better upgrades to increase the whole process. Okay, one of these just got upgraded, so that's a good sign. We're actually going to stop all those, and these ones are already done. We probably didn't have to do them in this order. But now we're going to get these getting completed, so the oil is going to be produced faster, and then we'll do the electric, then we'll do the green goo, then we'll do the energy. So actually now we can put these upgrades back on because it's okay to have these coming on next, and then we'll know when we're caught up. So auto pressurizer just got unlocked. I just realized I hadn't checked that in a second, so that was probably hurting our oil production. Yeah, that thing was completely out of pressure. Now we actually have to build this thing too, I suppose. So let's go back and turn these off again. It's not a lot to remember, but I'm really stupid, so it's hard to get it right. We've unlocked our black gold thing, so that's going to increase our oil production by quite a lot. And as long as the pressurizer thing actually gets built, that will be huge. And it looks like it's built, so it's maintaining just the right pressure. So we'll do that also to increase the pump speed, and then we can go back to upgrading the next thing on the assembly line. So all of these buildings are automated now, so it's just a matter of deciding if we want to upgrade them or add more of them first. Well, this seems easy enough. That's not that expensive. Increase power generation by 25%. Also, I'm going to get tier 3 mastery after that, because doubles the number of tier 3 items crafted by hand. It improves the production of lower quality tiers too. So we've already put the power in, we just need capacitor widgets. And if we build this little thing, we'll get better capacity for energy, better energy production rather. Okay, we push through, so we get tier 3 mastery done, so now we're getting more items so we can increase our production big time. So next we'll do super juiced upcharger. It'll increase the green goo production by 50%, and then we'll do the this one, 7% for the capacitor, and capacitor speed by 50%. That's actually already almost done, it just needs more batteries. And I can help those along. We're making 2 at a time now anyway. Oh, it's already done. How about that? And the rest of the stuff is getting done rapidly at this point, even the upgrade for this guy. So now it's only a few touches to make it go. Since those are all done, we are going to add maybe this, reduces the exponential cost increase of building frames. So every time we build a duplicate, it gets more and more expensive. But now at least it will be less expensive. Now we also saw some bottom level upgrades. Mining speed by 40%, we'll build that up. Increase basic widget crafting speed by 50%. 50% for the sunshines, for the glass. Smelt speed by 50% when by 2 other glass kilns. So we'll put one there, and then that one's going to get the bonus once that's done. This one will just be a lone idiot. It's either that, or I guess I make 2 more glass kilns. That way they can all have a nice boost, because these will be really easy to get the upgrades for at this point, because we're so rich in resources and crafting. And obviously it's going to take a sec to actually unlock all this stuff because it's pretty expensive. I've also realized you can just hold this thing down. Now we're getting generally 2 but sometimes 3 energy. You know what? Instead of waiting for the rest of these, this one's almost done, but I'm going to deselect some of these just because I want to make more of the buildings first. Because this one's almost done, we just need faster resource generation. It's not quick enough. We need like triple the buildings everywhere. Since these don't seem to make a difference really where they're at, that will re-establish itself. Oh, I didn't click these yet. I forgot to build this up. And that's perfectly okay. We'll have that done shortly. So we're going to build another oil thing, another energy thing, another green goo, and then another super thing. Or maybe we're actually going to build even more of that. These will pay for themselves in no time. Already we can produce more oil with this just by turning it up to the green zone. We're bottlenecking again a little bit, so I'm going to help some of these resources forward. By now I've got 3 oil wells going, so we can produce lots of energy, and then the auto things can keep up with what we're producing on the upper end for the green goo and the reds. And suddenly we've got 160 capacitor widgets, actually lots. The bottleneck is this thing. To be fair, we can build some of these and they should be rolling along quickly now. And then for the tech tree, we will upgrade the green goo we already have, so not more can be done there. So we'll just do this again and upgrade all the old technology so it all catches up. Since this green stuff is such a bottleneck, I'm actually going to place a 4th one of these just to try and get it caught up. Even with the 4th one of these buildings, we still have 0. Like, we're still putting it into capacitor widgets way quicker. I guess that's a good problem to have though, because we're producing capacitor widgets at a good pace, and that's all that really matters. So that's tier 3 about complete up until this point, and there's a lot more tiers to go. So we'll start building up the tier 4 technology for 784 capacitor widgets. We're already a quarter of the way there, but that's a problem for next time.